Well, hello, friend. It's Miss Kristina over at the Corona Public Library, bringing another preschool story time. Are you ready? Me too. Okay, it's time for a story. And now we're going to read New Year's Day by Dana Meachen Rao. It's almost midnight. You might even be up past your usual bedtime. Happy New Year! Everybody cheers. A new year has begun. New Year's Day is the oldest holiday in the entire world that is celebrated by all people over the world. Some families like to play board games while waiting for midnight. Do you play board games? However, January 1st hasn't always been the new year. Different cultures, they would start their new year on different days. The Egyptians started when the Nile River would flood. Others in the spring when plants would start to grow. Or in autumn when they would harvest all of the yummy food. More than 4,000 years ago, the Babylonians celebrated New Year's Day in March. Ancient Romans did too. But emperors kept changing their calendar, so it was no longer in line with either the sun or the seasons. Everybody was super confused. Julius Caesar, he straightened things out. He declared January 1st the beginning of the new year. January was named after Janus, a god of two faces. One face to look at the old year and one face to look at the new. Other countries were still using their calendars. But it was so confusing to work with different countries. So, Pope Gregory XIII, he redeclared January 1st as the new year. However, not everybody was happy with this, and they kept their calendars. England kept their calendar, the first of the year, as March 25th, for over 200 extra years. Have you ever wondered why we love to make noise on New Year's? Well, our ancestors, they believed that old year had to be driven out with lots of noise and make room for the good luck for the new year. For example, Denmark, they would even smash pottery against the outside doors to keep evil spirits from crossing the house. And in England, they had a tradition to just leave the doors wide open so bad luck can exit and good luck can enter. But in China, they like to wear masks just like these so that they could hide their smiling faces and confuse evil spirits. However, out in Japan, they were focused on happiness and laughter. They liked to laugh and laugh to bring in good luck for the new year. So everybody celebrates a little bit differently. How do you celebrate? Many people like to go out and see a show or even rent movies and maybe get some food from a restaurant. For many years, people have gathered at Times Square to watch the ball drop. However, it's also a time of being very serious. Lots of people, especially adults, like to make New Year's resolutions. Those are promises that you keep to yourself for the new year. For example, maybe you make a resolution to keep your room clean or to make a new friend. Another tradition, which is my favorite, is to watch the Tournament of Roses. Or some people, they like to watch the Rose Bowl football game. People celebrate the coming of a new year in many different ways, all over the world. New Year's Day is a time for everyone to say goodbye to the old year and welcome all the exciting things the new year will bring. The end. Okay, it's time for a song. And this time we're going to do the Itsy Bitsy Spider. You ready? The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. All right, this time let's do teeny tiny spiders. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Good job. Okay, it's time for a story. Now we're going to read Mulan's Lunar New Year, written by Natasha Yim. So in China, their New Year is based on the moon phases. It is a day before Lunar New Year, Mulan's favorite festival, and the Fa household is hustling and bustling with activity. Mulan leaps out of bed, but her legs get tangled in the quilt and she goes down on the floor with a thud. This is not a lucky start to the new year. She quickly entangles herself and hurries to her wardrobe. Now that Mulan is 7 years old, she can finally help with all the preparations. Grandmother Fa walks into Mulan's room and says with a laugh, "I like your originality." Mulan blushes. She noticed she had put her clothes on backwards. "I think you might need some extra luck today," Grandma says. Everything you do during the New Year festival brings you good luck or not. So here's a little red for luck. After readjusting her clothes, Mulan runs into the garden to help her mother gather flowers. Fresh flowers welcomes the birth of the new year. Mama reminds her, they bring happiness and prosperity. Together they carry the flowers from the garden and place them all over the house. Crash! "Oh no," cries Mulan. "This is really not a lucky start to the new year." She grabs a broom and begins to sweep up the mess. "Don't worry," Mama says. "We'll sweep out the bad luck. Make sure you get all the broken pieces, though. We won't be able to sweep for a few days after the new year starts, or we'll sweep away the good luck." "Why don't you come help me with the New Year's decorations?" Father suggested when he entered the room. Mulan brightens a little. She had been learning calligraphy and is eager to show her father how well she can write. Father hands Mulan some black paint and a paintbrush. She watches as he writes "Fe," the Chinese character for luck, in perfect, bold strokes. She likes how he always ends with a fancy twirl. Mulan dips her brush in black ink and carefully writes "Fe." She tries to end with a fancy twirl, but splat! Ink covers her decorations. Mulan grabs another piece of paper to try to soak up the ink, but the more she tries, the worse it got. Tears spring to Mulan's eyes. Her decorations are ruined. "Oh, Mulan, no need to cry. When we face a tall mountain, there's always a way through. Why don't we try again?" So Father and Mulan paint more decorations and then hang poems up around the house. "The Fu is upside down, Father," she says when he hangs it up. "I'll fix it." "It's meant to be that way, Mulan," he explains. "The upside down Fu means good luck will come to our family." Mulan sighs and walks out to the garden, feeling rather defeated. "Everything I do is wrong. Maybe this is just not a good luck year for me," she says quietly. "I wanted to be helpful, but maybe I ruined our luck." Mulan thinks she's alone, but Grandmother overheard her. "Don't be sad, Mulan," she says, sitting down and taking her hand. "Everyone makes mistakes, and luck can come in many different ways. I have an idea. Come with me. Maybe we'll find some luck. Grandmother takes Mulan to the nearby street market and they admire a dragon kite flying high in the sky. Do you want to fly one? Grandmother asks. Mulan nods enthusiastically and Grandmother buys her a beautiful kite. I bet you can fly yours higher, Grandmother says with a wink. But getting the kite into the air is harder than it looks. Oh no, my kite, Mulan cries. I think, Grandmother says, that kite flying is a two-person job. Together, they untangle the strings, unfurl the kite into the breeze, and watch it as it floats into the sky. See how high it goes, Grandmother says. Now that's what I call good luck. As they continue traveling through the market, they spot some lanterns. Mulan picks a round lantern for Grandmother, a square for Father, and one with tassels for her mother. Mulan likes the animal-shaped ones best, though, and for herself, she chooses her favorite, a dragon. Dragons are a symbol of power and good luck, and Mulan still thinks she needs all the luck she can get. It's time to go home and prepare New Year's Eve feast now. Can I help make the dumplings? Mulan asked. Of course, Grandmother replies. I'll show you how to fold them. The Fa family steams fluffy white buns for happiness and reunion, making dumplings for prosperity, and cooks noodles for long life. I think we're finally ready for the feast, asked Mulan. Not quite, says Mama. First, we must pay our respects to our ancestors. Mulan helps her parents gather the food offering for the ancestors. Now, the ancestors can celebrate Lunar New Year too, her father said. On the way to the temple, Mulan accidentally dropped one of the buns. I'm sorry, Father. Will the ancestors be angry with me? Will this bring more bad luck? No harm done, he reassured her. The ancestors will never know. Well, it's about time, cried one of the ancestors happily. I hope the chicken isn't undercooked. Another jokes. That incense smells so good. I think it's lavender. Lunar New Year is the best. Come, Mulan. It's our turn to eat, Grandmother says. And they all sit down to enjoy a delicious feast. It's a good thing, too, Grandma says. I'm starving, she laughs. After dinner, Mulan heads to bed, dreaming of what Lunar New Year will bring and hoping her luck will return. On New Year's morning, Mulan wakes up and discovers a special gift under her pillow. It is a zing-nong-ling, says Mulan. Happy New Year! Happy New Year, Mulan. May the new year bring great joy and happiness. Mulan looks out her window and sees the Lunar New Year parade has already begun. She runs out to watch the procession with Grandmother, Father, and Mama, following close behind. In her rush to get to the parade, she trips over her skirt and fell down. Are you okay, Mulan? Mama asked, helping her up. Can my luck get any worse? Mulan wonders. Father quickly picks Mulan up and places her on his shoulders. Now you've got the best view in the house. Mulan smiles all the way to the parade. As they walk further, Mulan has to cover her ears. Loud noises scare away evil spirits. But the fairy tale beast that lives high in the mountains is also afraid too, says her father. The beast is said to come down once a year to attack the villagers. Look, Mulan, Mama exclaims. It's time for the dragon dance. They cheer and they clap as the dragon withers past them. The longer a dragon dances, the more good luck it brings, Mama tells Mulan. I do love Lunar New Year, Mulan says. lighting the firecrackers, watching the parade with you. Not such bad luck after all, Grandma says. I think, Mulan says, good luck is having my family to share Lunar New Year with. The end. Okay, it's time for a song. And now we're going to do Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Are you ready? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Good job! Okay, and now it's time for a craft. Today, we're going to be making a paper plate New Year's Eve noise maker, created by the Maker Exchange team. Now, some of the things that we'll want to have is a paper plate, some paint or markers or crayons or even colored pencils, a stapler or some really good glue, some beads, beans, or rice, something to make noise, and glitter, pretty beads, ribbon, sequins, anything for decoration. Now, the first thing we want to do is to fold the paper plate in half and create a really good crease. Next, we're going to carefully place a small handful of beads or the rice into the center of the noisemaker, and then we're going to staple it shut so it won't escape. Now that it's sealed shut, we can decorate our noisemaker however we like. And that's it. You have your noisemaker for the New Year's Eve, and we can celebrate. Well, that's it for today, but don't forget, we have a bunch of other virtual story times just waiting for you on our YouTube channel, or go to cityofcorona.com/library for additional e-media. You can also participate in our Click, Park, and Pickup, which is my favorite. And be sure to hit the like button. See you next time.